Hello and welcome. Welcome under this full moon where we will open again to the energetic updates and the um, the field, the field of light and love that we will use to support everything that is. So if you have anybody, someone, or some places that you would like to support with the love and light, this is what creates your list. Your list that you can put in here, and then we together will open a strong field of love and light that I have worked with since 2012, 13. Under every full moon, we have opened this field of light and love, and we have used it and supported it, and it has developed throughout a lot of different energy work all over the world. So, according to, or in addition to the work under the full moon, the energy work that I have performed all over the world, more than 50 different locations, uh, is also a part of the field. In this work, you can participate either as somebody who's receiving the healing, the light, and the love. You can also, in addition, be a part of the generation of surplus energy, where we will use only the surplus energy, not your energy, and not the energy that you have for yourself or for your own work. You will keep this. The only energy we will use here is the surplus energy that's generated because we are together. So when two people goes together, we create the same energy as three persons. Three persons generate the same energy as 5 to 7 persons, and then it's accelerating. So now we are 6 people live here, and this generates enough surplus energy to whatever energetic work we would like to do. And we are adding this to the energy that's contained in this field, this portal that we use here. Hello, and yes, thank you, please. Thank you, and thanks in advance. So you choose how you want to participate as the one who's received the healing, or if you also want to create the surplus energy, or if you also want to be participating as an energy worker. No matter if you have tried to participate in energy work before or not, the field will ensure that how you work, your part will be perfect, and it will be performed the best way for you and for the work at the same time. My name is Marianne Lane. I'm a modern shaman. I'm from Denmark, and I have worked in Denmark for 10 years, from the 1st of December full time. Originally an engineer, but has this opening and began to see things and talk with inner teachers that guides me to different kind of works as well. And this is a part of it. And for more than a year, I've been guided to open my teachings and my work in English as well, to make it more available. I recognize the energy opens here, so maybe it does the same to you. Sigh, intentional. And at the same time, be aware of your body. This is the entrance. This is a gate for the energy work that we are performing this way. Different signs of the frequencies that opens could be high frequent sounds in the ears. It could be like your eyesight is changing. It can be blurred, it can be more clear. You can have this feeling in your heart that something is opening. It can be a sense of a pressure, something is getting intense. It can be a tinkling or tickling somehow. A lot of different ways that can show you that the frequencies is expanding when the field's opened. If you have this pressure inside of you, a sigh supports you into the shift where your energetic field and your consciousness aligns and enters into the mutual field on the work. And the first part of the work is to put in the persons and the places that we would like to give love and light. And I put in my loved ones, and I focus on them, and then I focus on letting them be in this field of love and light. And then I focus as well of different areas, the children all over the world, the children in need, and I put them into the field as well. And at the same time, you can take your loved ones, persons, areas that you think you would like to support with the love and light, and then you can put them into the field, or you can ask me to support you to put in your lists. And then we will be here just for a short while, focusing and letting this field work with the love and the light. And I always invite you to put in something that might give you a real life experience. Because if you participate in work like this, it's often because you can feel a drag for it, you have a sense of it, you get emotional touched, or you have a recognition somehow, you resonate with it. And this can be a deep and funny experience. But to create a doorstep between this experience and your reality is what we are invited to in these times. So to find different ways to do this is a part of the new era adventure, the adventure of these times, to create bridges and doorsteps between the different realities. And this is both related to these kind of experiences that we can have with our extra senses or sensitivities or access into spiritual realities. But it's also related to create meetings between different cultures. And different cultures can be like different cultures as we know it. But it can also be like between children and their relatives, their parents. So here we also have doorsteps to create meetings where we are able to go in and out of each other's worlds and meet each other in these worlds. We are invited to do this in these times. And if we can do it in the smaller perspectives, it will work in the broader and the huge perspectives as well. This is like a transformation that works in these times. So all the things you are creating in your everyday life, all the small steps, they will be transformed or transponed into the big fields of mutual consciousness and creates like starters or sparks for the transformation for every people that would be ready for it. So in this way, as I see it, we are just in a tipping point where we in this tipping point can, with small sparks created by love and light, or by choice, a choice of doing something for the better good, they are sparks that enlights cascades that invites other people to do the same. So it's really enhanced. Every positive vibration, every positive invitation is enhanced in these days. Due to the shift, we are entering the 7D consciousness. All these positive initiatives, they are enhanced. So in the smallest perspective in your everyday life, if you can enter into a possibility to create meetings with love and light, it makes a huge difference. And it's a perspective that sometimes when you create a meeting in love and light, it's not easy. It's not soft. It's not like, oh, we are so happy and everybody is just caring and taking responsibility for the best way. Everybody is doing their best. It's not often this is how it is. So to meet each other in love and light is not always beautiful. Sometimes it's pretty ugly, actually. But if it comes from an intention and from a wanting about creating love and light, this is what makes a difference. Then it can be ugly the way we do it. But if the perspective and if the consequence is a move towards love and light in our meeting, then this is what we want. So it's better to do something and it's clumsy and it's maybe not perfect and it's maybe not beautiful. If it's in the direction of a meeting in love and light, this is really strong and this is really important in these times. Okay, the persons and the places that's put into the love and the light field right now, it seems like the darkness has dissolved, and that the light beings that now has space for entering into the area around the persons and in these areas that put in, they are entering and begin their rehabilitation work with their energies. It's so beautiful. My way of seeing this is like in the area of my mind where I remembering things and then it's like watching a movie when something is filmed from a distance and then it's close and then a cartoon is showing something and then it's back and then it's filmed and then it's a picture. This is how it shows itself in my inner mind, my inner consciousness. And then I have an inner sense of knowing that tells me, okay, now there's a shift. Now we are about to be ready to go into the next step. And in the next step, we will perform a mutual energy work for Earth that is suitable for these days. And there's a huge shift right now, an alignment between the soul consciousness and the codes that comes from our heritage. So today we will open for the energy work where we will take the drop of the soul, the light drop of the soul, and then we will land it in our light of our heritage. And then we will use this movement to create the span and the opening in our foundation that we are carrying, to take in the knowledge, the wisdom, the inner knowing that comes directly from the soul. To create the bridges in our consciousness, to be able to reach for this inner knowledge, this inner wisdom, we will have support, and the support arise from our star sisters and brothers. So, as I see it, we begin with the choice of being here, the choice of entering into the next step of the energy work. So here again, you take your decision if you want to participate in the energy work as the one who receives the healing. The energy work will support you, or if you will be a part of the generation of the surplus energy, or if you would like to be an energy worker. And no matter if you are joining in on replay or live, you can join in at the work. So you make your decision, and the decision is the same as put your intention. So you put the intention into how you want to participate in this work. And then at the same time, as I recognize in the energy, our star sisters and brothers, they are opening different kind of energetic fields, energy fields of consciousness, and these fields have been prepared for connection. And all over the world, different energy workers has worked on opening different portals, and these portals, they are prepared for the opening to these energy fields of consciousness that our star brothers and sisters has prepared for us. And these energy fields of consciousness, they contain different codes, programs, small programs that supports our consciousness into be more aligned with the soul consciousness, the wisdom, and also to be more connected. Often we use the word connected, like being connected to our soul, to higher vibrations, to love. But this is like codes or small programs that support us in being more connected within ourselves. That the different parts of our consciousness is connected and works together. And I have this inner vision that we have areas that works really well, and then other areas that's not so much in function. And then it's like it comes and go, like waves. And it's like the support from our stars, brothers and sisters, is creating a more solid foundation within our system. And it opens now to us and to the mutual field of consciousness from Earth. And I can feel my heart is expanding. Getting really moved, and a part of me get into this sincere and intense state of recognizing that this is important, like remembering that this is important, not even have one memory, not understanding actually why, but just have a connection with it. And let this connection, this sense of intensity and curiosity, let it evolve, let it arise into my system. Then I sense a shift. It seems pretty intense. When the tensions builds up into my system, to create a sigh with my intention, it releases the inner tensions. And if as I release the inner tensions, then I know that these tensions, they're created to this shift, through the shift in the energy work. So I actually use intentional sighs, if you can say it like that, to release the tensions and to support my my consciousness and my energetic field of consciousness to work together with the energy and the work that we are connected and collected with through the field of light and love. And now I see that the portals all over the world, they are opened and they are connected with the star brothers and star sisters field of consciousness. And it's like every single one of us is carrying the same connection in our field, like as a representative of Earth field at the same time. It's something I don't understand, but it seems like it will arrive later. I often experience it like this when I do the energy work, that something is going on, I see it, and it's like, wow, what is this? And then in the days to come, the weeks, the months to come, maybe sometimes the years, suddenly it arrives, then I can see what was this all about. And it seems like it's more secure this way, that I can't disturb the work, that I will participate in the work the best way by not knowing too much. And then the knowing will arrive when it gives most meaning to it. It makes most sense to everything, not only to me, but also to the work and to everything. And when I have these inner experiences and it's like it surprises me, then I know it's not something that I make up with my mind, with my thoughts, because you never surprise yourself with your own thoughts. And it surprised me to see that this drop I saw before, that all these different fields of consciousness that our star brothers and sisters, they are holding for us, that from every single one of them, a drop will fall and will land in our field. And then it's like areas that wasn't supported, they will be supported, and creating this connected consciousness, a consciousness that is connected to itself. Like different areas of the consciousness will be connected with each other. And this is like the light body, that the wiring in the light body will be wired up in a new way. And the light body is like your physical body, but it's the body that is created by vibration that is higher than the physical vibrations. So the light body is a part of your body, but it's also in the area that surrounds your body, because these frequencies, they are present in both your body and the area that surrounds it. And this light body, in the 3 and 4 dimensions, it will be like covering the body and follow the contour. In the 5th dimension, you'll have like an oval field. And in the 7th dimension, it will be complete spherical. And when the drop lands, the different drops lands, it's like it will create an expansion of Earth consciousness into the 7th dimension. And this is a preparation for our consciousness to step into what we call avatar consciousness. And avatar consciousness is when we will be able to exchange consciousness with our star brothers and star sisters. I get warm now. It's like heat. And the creation of this kind of heat, to me, it's a sign of energy that begins to work within the cells. It could be a complete different sign to you, because it's not like one sign is like the right sign, and in In another day, it will be a different sign to me as well. But right now, I sense this as an opening in the cells, that the light body is like merging with my physical body. And it is a part of it. It's just as much as part of the physical body as the physical body is a part of me, or is me. Now we are ready. So we are ready to get from the 3D consciousness, the 4D consciousness, where the light body is the contour, to the 5D consciousness, when the light body is like the oval, and then to the 7D, the spheric. And it's like 3 different drops from all the field of our star brothers and star sisters. And the 3 different drops will come like one by one. So from all the different field of consciousness, from our star brothers and star sisters, the first drop is ready to fall, and it will open our light body in through our body and into this creating of the light body that is the 4D light body. And here it comes. And I sense a change. Maybe you don't, maybe you do. No matter how it appears to you, it's perfect. For me, I have a sense of being more dense, but in a non-heavy way. So more dense in a lighter way. This feels really good. Oh, and I've had a tension in my body these last days. It releases itself completely. Oh, it feels good. It can be completely different to you. This doesn't have to be recognized or experienced in a certain way. Okay, we are ready for the next drop, and the next drop will open our light body where the spheric field will open. So it's a 5D consciousness field of energy. The drops, they are falling now. And now they're here. I have an experience of a shift. It's really hard to express how it is, but it's intense. It's like my senses adjusts, my physical senses adjust, my eyesight, my hearing, my sense of direction is changing. Intentions so released, and this time it's deeper in the body than before. Before the tensions that was released, was like some kind of pressure. It has been sensed like some kind of pressure. This is like deeper. This has been like tensions in the body that makes it feels like it wasn't so relaxed and flexible. It has been like a reduced flexibility. Okay, now the third drop. I wasn't prepared that it's already, but the third drop is ready. And when it arrives, it will open our 7D spheric field of our light body. And it comes here. And again, I sense a shift. It's pretty intense. And it's like my sense of balance is changing. Like being a little bit dizzy after spinning around. It feels a little bit like the same. And then it feels like my heart center is expanding. All of my centers is expanding. Oh, okay. Now I recognize and remember that I've seen that all the centers in our center line, they are actually like spheric field of states of consciousness that have been crashing. So they are like different levels of spheric field of consciousness that has been crashing, and now they are expanding, every single one of them. Oh, it feels good. And now it seems like, but a completely different perspective, but still the same, that it happens throughout all of earth field, like the earth field of consciousness, that somehow the same is happening. And it seems like old libraries in the core of earth, they are opening. They have been hidden. They have been hidden until these times. And they are opening. We are prepared. We are ready to access this wisdom. So even though we are so supported from our star brothers and our star sisters, it's like the wisdom is already contained in the libraries in earth field. But now they are opening, and we get access towards our inner library, and our inner library is carried in the remembrance fields of our DNAs. We all of us have the same access, but how we can use it and how we can put the informations together will be different to each and every one of us. And then these inner drops, this creation of the spheric field, it's like it creates our possibility to put these bits of wisdom together in our everyday life in a new way. And this is something that if this is true, you will see it. You will recognize this in your everyday life. This will create a change where suddenly something you couldn't understand before, it will appear to you out of nowhere. If you have had troubles making decisions in areas where you don't understand, why can't I just make a decision here? Then you will be able to create a decision, make a decision. In areas where you have seen yourself being in a state of like disability with something that you know you have an availability to be able to do this, but you're not. It's like you're blocked. You have a blockage to do something that you know you should do. You're supposed to do it and you know you can do it, but somehow you're locked, you're blocked. If you have had these experiences, then this will be a change where these locks, these blocks, they will disappear. So if this is true, is this is anywhere near reality, you will have this experience that in your everyday life, your ability will grow, your blocks, your locks will be dismissed, will be released. and your understandings and your ability to communicate with yourself and with your surrounding, it will be enhanced. It's like different areas in the consciousness as stretches and merge, meet each other. And I see this also in different areas in earth field. And this seems like different parts of collective consciousness. So it's like different parts of collective consciousness. They're like moving and merging and meeting each other. Like finding the right positions in this mutual field of consciousness. And it's like the same thing is happening in my field of consciousness. And I have a sense like being adjusted. It's like being tuned into tone. And it's like I'm tuned into tone and earth field is tuned into tone at the same time. And in my inner side, it seems like everybody have this experience in different ways. And it seems like if somebody wants to be in tune, if somebody wants to be clear, if somebody wants to reach into inner knowing somehow, to clearance, to clarity, then they will have this support as well. So the smallest wish for clarity, for inner knowing, for being more connected, being more able, being more capable, it will support them. And it's like everybody have this wish now and then. All of us reach for this now and then. So everybody will receive this support for the next hours, days, weeks, months. It's really beautiful. And as more and more tunes in, the field gets stronger and invites more and more in, and the field gets stronger, like a positive spiral that opens. In the inner side, it seems like we are reaching the point of equilibrium. So we are reaching the point where we are in tone, tuned with ourselves, with our consciousness, every bits and parts. And then it's like we're ready for the shift where we reach the support from our star sisters and star brothers in another level, support us into somehow being able to reflect. And when we reflect, we will be able to collect and connect to knowing in new aspects, in new ways. It will be like being inspired, getting good ideas. So it's like it's like the handle that needs to be like shifted is in the core of Earth. It's in your center. You have your center for this very field of consciousness, and it's placed just above solar plexus, just below the heart. And here you can like center yourself, and then you can, by choice, open to this connection where you, with your reflection of your consciousness, can be inspired and have good ideas. And it opens here. And in the next days to come, maybe even now, you can investigate. You can try it out. Center, being connected by choice. And then push the button like, I would like to be inspired now. Maybe close your eyes to be more focused, more present with what comes from within. And then just wait to see what comes by itself, what appears out of nothing. And to some, this is really easy. Some of you have trained this for a long time, and to other, it's like difficult and strange. To be in silence and to be with an inner space of silence and wait for something to appear, it's like being out in nature and just being and watching whatever comes by, an ant, a butterfly, a wave in the grass, maybe a bird comes by. And some people, they are really, in the best space when they're like this, and some they're like, it's awful, it's so boring. And in this breakthrough that we are at now, the people who would like to be in this nature and watching an ant and a butterfly, they will be the first ones to recognize this shift. They will be the first one to suddenly see that the ideas that appears, the inspiration, it's better, that it has more to it than it had before. It's more fulfilled, it's more whole. And then when time goes by, then it will be more and more available. And then it will be available to people as well that don't have the time or the space or the way of being where they will enjoy to sit in nature and watch an ant, a butterfly. So if you are the kind of person that can be silent and enjoy it as well, you can try it now. If anything comes out of nothing, and let it appear and invite it in. Open questions, open a space for it to be able to walk around it. If an idea comes by, if you question it slowly and soft, then it might support you in an additional knowledge that it will open in different angles with different perspectives for you to be able to recognize or acknowledge what it is, to see through it, catch the idea of it. If this doesn't make sense to you at all, it still might be that being a part of this energy work and being in this shift, that it will appear to you. And then it could be like when you're in an argument, if you could be that, in a discussion, then you suddenly will hear yourself act differently. Your tone will be different. The things you say will be more loving, caring, more wise. You will like yourself more. So the way that you handle things, you will have a sense of growing in a way that you like. If you have this experience, this will be a sign for this shift as well. It could also be your way of sensing direction, and that sense of direction can be in an assignment, in the way that you are arranging your day. It can be like in the way you choose what to do today, what to do tomorrow, that there's a different intelligence in the way that it's happening. This would also be a sign of this shift, that it appears in your life. If your ability to listen change, and you listen not only to the words, but to what it means to you and to the person who talks, that you have a broader perspective in the communications when you listen, that somehow it's expanded, and this is happening without you making an effort of it. So it's like it's opening by itself. That suddenly you just understand much more about what's going on here. And you not only understand it, you understand it. This would also be a sign of this shift. It seems like we are on the edge, on the top of the energy work now. The light body is complete in the spheric 7D. And in my inner side, I see like spirals opens from here to our star brothers and star sisters. And the spirals looks like gates and portals. What is handling? What is handled in these gates, these portals? Is it informations? Migrations? It's migrations of capacities. And it will be like the capacity will be like collected, and when like all the different bits and pieces to a capacity is collected, it will be transported in the spirals. I haven't seen this before, but I've been told that it will happen at some time. It makes a lot of sense to me. We need this ability to expand consciousness in a short while, in a way where everything we will begin to think, see, and do will make more sense to ourselves and to each other and to everything at the same time. And it seems like this shift, this expansion, this exchange is about this. For you to watch out the next days, hours, weeks, for these different changes that I've been talking about will be your chance of recognizing in your everyday life that this shift is actually going on. And by recognizing it, you will enhance it as well. And everyone who will enhance it in this time will support the expansion. It's really sensible right now to every of these smallest positive inspirations, these smallest positive initiatives and intuitions make a change. Positive intentions is really strong. They would be like really, really strong, supportive possibilities to ensure the change, the shift into an enhanced, connected, collected consciousness that makes sense. And that makes sense in a way that makes sense. And in this shift to sanitize your consciousness, sanitize your space, creates a stronger foundation for your possibility to enter into this 7D consciousness. How do you sanitize your energetic field, your consciousness? You do this by choosing to be centered, by being so aware of your body that you can think, put your intention to center your energy in your center. The dot, the small space that lies below your heart, above your solar plexus, with intention to put your consciousness in this spot. Be silent, and then whatever appears, any thought, any memory, any feeling, you will let this be present. And then you will stay in this choice of 7D consciousness by pushing the intention, the inner button. I would be in this presence. And then you will just stay with whatever opens. And your presence will be the soap that will sanitize the feelings, the thoughts, the memories that appears. And by doing this sanitation, you will create a space that is stronger and stronger to be able to meet reality in a way where all this capacity will be available to you. You couldn't call it inline, online in your life. So by reusing whatever comes by when you're totally silence in your centered state, will create a strong space of availability of the 7D consciousness capacities. And the 7D consciousness capacity creates a way of being that makes sense and creates space for your senses, all of them, to make more sense. And all the senses creates an enhancement of making sense. The energy now softens, lands, because we are at the end of this full moon energetic update. I am so grateful, thankful for the support from my Danish support that you're here as well. And I hope that we will open the space and invite our invitation into a mutual work with English speaking people as well. That the effort we do here, that it will ignite somehow a collaboration across languages, across spaces and times. Thank you so much for this beautiful meeting and for the participation, both you who was here live and you who will meet us in the replay energies. That is just as strong as when we are meeting here live. And the field of light and love that opens in the beginning, it will be just as strong for 4 days after the full moon. And the energy work for the rest of it, it will be just as strong as long as the video is present or your memory of it. So, hope to see you and that you will enjoy these strong energies and the time, and that you will be able to find peace and inner knowing, even though life is difficult as it is. And it is like that. It's beautiful, it's harsh, it delivers, and it's difficult. And that is Earth life. Our work with consciousness supports us in being in states of awareness and being where it's at the same time as it's difficult, it's possible to be in beauty and bliss and support and love. So it's not creating a possibility to be in a non-disturbed reality, but a possibility to be in it in a way where we at the same time can be blessed, supported, and being at peace now and then. Thank you, and see you again.